Hi, I'm the creator for IdeaLoop. AI makes building easy, but finding the right idea is hard. Let's dive in.
Okay, let's dive into this. We're in a pretty fascinating era, right? The tools to build just about anything you can imagine are literally at our fingertips. But, this creates a whole new kind of challenge for builders, for founders, for creators everywhere. And this quote right here, it absolutely nails it. See, the main roadblock isn't about execution anymore. It's not about how to build something. The real bottleneck has completely shifted. Now it's all about judgment. It's about knowing what is actually worth building in the first place. And this leads to a problem that we're calling founder's block. You know the feeling? It's that paralysis you get when you've got like a dozen different ideas, you've got the skills to start building them, but you have no real way of knowing which one has actual potential and which one is just a total dead end. So, how do you break through that block? I mean, what if you could get some really rigorous, intelligent feedback before you even write a single line of code? Imagine having an AI board of directors, basically, ready to stress test your idea from every possible angle. Well, this is where a whole new category of tool comes into play. This is IdeaLoop. Now, it's positioned as a multi-agent business intelligence engine. Yeah, I know, that's a bit of a mouthful. But what it really means is that it's a super smart system designed to give your ideas the kind of deep, critical analysis you'd normally only get from a whole team of seasoned experts. So let's take a quick look at how it actually works. You start off on the dashboard, where you can get inspired by these idea cards that pull from current trends. Then, the real magic, the multi-agent matrix. This is your AI board of directors actually debating your concept. And finally, you get this super simple radar chart that shows you your idea's probability of success just at a glance. The whole thing is designed to be incredibly fast and crystal clear. Okay, so how does it actually find that signal in all the noise? This is what's so cool. This isn't just a simple wrapper on a generic chatbot. The core of the platform is a specialized engine called IdeaSpark, and it's built to do one thing really, really well: perform a rigorous stress test on any business concept you throw at it. The IdeaSpark process has three really key steps. First, it's harvesting. It's constantly scanning places like Twitter and Reddit for real, unstructured pain points that people are talking about. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is step two: evaluation. This is where a team of specialized AI agents, think of a market researcher, a tech architect, a financial analyst, they actually debate your idea's viability amongst themselves. Finally, you get the blueprint, which is a structured, step-by-step guide to actually move forward. All right, so that all sounds great in theory, but what does this judgment look like in practice? Let's make this way more tangible. We're going to run a real-world idea through the system and see exactly what kind of output it spits out. So, what if our idea is an AI-powered loyalty program for local coffee shops? I mean, it sounds plausible, doesn't it? It's got AI in it, it targets a clear market. Let's see what happens when we really put it to the test. Okay, so if you ask a generic AI chat, you're going to get a pretty generic, encouraging answer, right? Something like, sure, a loyalty app for coffee shops is a viable idea. But IdeaLoop's judgment? It's specific. It's strategic. It comes back and tells you, hold on, that market is actually super saturated. But we found a critical gap. You should pivot away from a whole app and instead focus on a privacy-first WhatsApp tool. And it doesn't just guess, it actually quantifies the opportunity. So the crucial point here is this 15%. What is that? Well, that number represents a specific underserved niche in the market. Customers who are actively looking for privacy-first solutions. See? This is a data-driven insight, not just some vague suggestion. And that, right there, is the core value. It is the massive difference between just a nice idea that feels good and a truly viable business that has a strategic way in. It's about moving from wishful thinking to actual, actionable intelligence. But the platform doesn't just stop with AI. It gets at the absolute best insights often come from combining that raw machine intelligence with real human experience. So it's also built to be a co-creation ecosystem. And here's how that works. It's simple. Other builders just like you can comment on those AI-generated blueprints, adding their own human intuition. And there's this really simple reward loop. When you provide high-quality insights, you earn Spark points. You build your reputation, and the whole ecosystem gets smarter for everyone involved. It's a win-win. So, what's the big takeaway from all this? Really, it's about efficiency and impact. It's about finally stopping the cycle of wasting time, energy, and resources on bad ideas, and instead focusing on building things that actually matter, because they've been validated from the very start. The whole goal here is to help you find your inspiration loop, that perfect cycle where a great idea gets validated by real data, which then inspires you to build with confidence, which then leads you to your next great idea. So, if this sounds like the tool you've been waiting for to finally get past that founder's block, you can join the closed beta and try it out for yourself. The place you need to go is IdeaLoop.top. Ultimately, it really all comes down to this. Your next great breakthrough idea is already out there, just waiting to be found and built. The real question is, are you ready to stop guessing and start validating?